Hey everyone, how's it going? Joe here, gonna be doing first video of my 31 Days of Halloween movie marathon. So what I do if I know I kind of dropped the ball last year and I only did a couple videos, but I'm gonna be recording all four videos in succession here, just so I have them done and then I can just post them when they're ready. but yeah, so what I do is every Halloween, I've been doing it now for probably the past 10 years, so it's been a tradition. Um, Me and the wife and whoever decides to come down and watch them with us, we do a horror movie every night. Not It doesn't have to necessarily be horror. It could be even a children's Halloween movie that we grew up with and love. But we do 31 scary movies. I should just say, I guess, scary movies, horror movies that we like to watch during Halloween, and it's a fun time. I love it. It's my favorite time of year. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I'm blessed because my daughter was born in October, so I can't wait till she gets older and we can start having like Halloween costume party, birthday parties. Because her birthday's like about a week and a half before Halloween. No, 2 weeks. Like 14th is exactly 2 weeks. But yeah. So October is always my favorite month, and then I get to watch 31 movies. A lot of times, I like having either themes, or sometimes I just like doing random movies. I buy so many movies. I like try to add new movies throughout the year that I buy, so we can watch newer stuff, that sort of thing. But then there's some classics that I have to watch every October, which you'll see probably later in the month going on. Yeah, every year they'll be on my list to watch because they're just such a great atmosphere and feel for the Halloween season that I need to watch. It's like a need, that sort of thing. We always cap the year off, so you'll see in the last video, the last day on Halloween, we always watch John Carpenter's Halloween. You have to watch Halloween on Halloween, especially the original, which the new one comes out on the 19th. Which I believe we're going to go the night before because it opens like that Thursday, the midnight showings or the 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock showings they always do and want to show them early. We're going to hit one of those. So the 18th, I'll make sure that's my pick because we're definitely going to watch the new Halloween that's coming out here in a couple weeks. But yeah, so you'll see the movies and everything. I'm going to go through the list of the first week today. So you know what we're watching on the first week of Halloween, of the October Halloween season. And give your thoughts, comments below what you think of the movies that I'm doing, that sort of thing. And let me know what you're going to be watching, because I always like to hear what everyone likes to watch themselves during the Halloween season, because, could give me like, oh yeah, I want to watch that one next year, or maybe I'll throw out one of the ones I've been watching all this time and put that one in later in the month. So let me know down below what you think and what you watch. That'd be cool. I kind of want to hear all that. But first up, I'm doing 2 theme weeks for the first and second week, and then the third and fourth week throughout Halloween. I'm going to do random movies and no theme, just what I like to watch, that sort of thing. But so the theme weeks for the first 2 weeks is the first week this week. We're going to kick it off with John Carpenter movies that are not named Halloween week. Since we watch Halloween at the end of the month on Halloween, these are some of his movies that I like or love that we're going to watch for the first week. So starting it off, we're going to kick off the Halloween season with Christine. Great movie. John Carpenter's, I think he's directed this one after Halloween. Based off of a Stephen King novel. So one of the best Stephen King adaptions out there. Really good movie. This just came out in 4K. So I had to get it. I read the reviews on it, and they said this is probably one of the best looking 4K releases out there for an older movie. And they said that it makes it look like it's brand new. So can't wait to check out this, check out how it looks. My wife's never seen Christine, so we're going to check that out. Actually, my wife hasn't seen a lot of these movies. Yeah, she's not a big horror fan like I am, but I try to turn her on to new movies. Next up, on the second day of the 31 Days of Halloween, October 2nd, we're going to watch, upside down, John Carpenter's The Thing. Classic movie. Actually, I think this one was after Halloween. I don't know anymore when his movies come out. Great movie. Kurt Russell's awesome in it. Keith David is awesome. The monster effects, I mean, Rob Bottin, who's the creator of the effects, amazing job. Still holds up today. Graphics still hold up today. No CGI. Just awesomeness. Great movie. So that's going to be the second day. And then next, we are going to watch The Fog. Great spooky atmosphere with the ghosts and the fog. Coming into into the town, Antonio Bay. Tom Atkins is in it. Tom Atkins is always good in anything he's in. Adrienne Barbeau, John Carpenter's wife at the time. Jamie Lee Curtis. So, some people he's worked with before. A lot of good stuff in this movie. Good atmosphere. My wife likes the remake with Tom Welling from the Smallville fame, which is okay, but she's never seen the original. So we're gonna check this out so she can watch it and see the spooky atmosphere. See, a lot of movies I like for Halloween have that atmosphere. Atmosphere is a lot. Especially one of my favorite movies you'll see at the end of the month that I'll talk about is full of atmosphere for Halloween, which I'll talk about that later. But next, we're going to watch John Carpenter's Vampires on day 4, so October 4th. Great movie. Say what you will about James Woods. He's a little weird nowadays on Twitter, but great movie. One of the Baldwin brothers, I think it's Daniel Baldwin's in this with him. Yeah, Daniel Baldwin. Probably one of the better vampire movies out there. The vampires in this movie for sure aren't sparkly and wimps. I tell you that much. They'll split you in half, which they do in the movie. Great graphics, great score, great cast. Just a great vampire movie all around. This is one we love. Even my wife loves that movie. Next up, October 5th, we're going to be watching John Carpenter's Body Bags. Now, this is an anthology movie that came out on Showtime back in the early 90s. So it has like 3 or 4 stories, and then they come together in a little tag at the end. John Carpenter plays like the Crypt Keeper type person. So he's working in a morgue, and he's telling these stories. Mark Hamill's in it, Luke Skywalker, the Joker, whatever way you like to remember him by. Stacy Keach, Deborah Harry from Blondie fame, Wes Craven, Toby Hooper, Roger Corman make cameos, as it says here in the box. I watched this probably 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, and I really liked it. I like anthology movies. Anthology movies are something that's real fun. They just to have a bunch of different stories and all that stuff in them. One year I did an anthology week to kick off Halloween, so we watched Creepshow, Tales from the Dark Side, that sort of thing. But yeah, Body Bags, pretty cool movie. And then on October 6th, we're gonna watch Big Trouble in Little China. Another Kurt Russell, John Carpenter team up again. I know this one isn't really horror. It's more action with a little bit of horror in it. I mean, the swamp creature at the bottom, that sort of thing. Kind of help tie that in, the mysticism, all that stuff. But really love this movie. It's kind of a mishmash of all kinds of genre styles, but cool flick nonetheless. And then last day of the week, the 7th, October 7th of John Carpenter week, we're going to watch They Live. Roddy Piper, Keith David, Meg Foster, great movie. Kind of makes you think about what's kind of going on nowadays in the world, that maybe aliens are already running it. You never know. But Roddy Piper's first movie, being a huge wrestling fan. I grew up watching Roddy Piper, just to see him in a John Carpenter movie was awesome. But yeah, that's how we're going to close out the week with They Live. But that's it for this week. I'm going to do a couple more videos here of the next few weeks. Next week, the next theme will be Adam Green week. He's one of my favorite directors. I'll go more into that in that video. But yeah, you guys have yourself a good one, and let me know down below what you're going to be watching for Halloween. All right, see ya.